Yellow, mother truckers, what's cracking? So, I thought I'd do a little bit of a different vlog today. This morning on social media, I posted a status on Twitter and Facebook that pop country really sucks. A quote from Hank 3 that was in one of his songs, and I got a big response. And actually, there's a lot of fighting going on. Very controversial subject. Hey, stop it. Stop it, you silly bitch. Man, it's just chewing on shit. Very controversial subject, and got a lot of people talking, and then a few people were like, you should just make a vlog on this and kind of explain what you're trying to say, because there was a few things that were kind of in the gray area that you guys didn't really understand what I was talking about with pop country. First of all, let me explain pop country to you if you don't understand. Pop country is what you hear on the radio nowadays. Pop country's been going on since the early 2000s until now. Some of the biggest names that you can probably think of that are in pop country: Luke Bryan, Blake Shelton, Florida Georgia Line. That was a big one that kept getting brought up. So, different things like that, alright? Now, let me explain to you what I mean. Now, there's a big gap in between each thing, okay? First of all, the first comments were like, well, the Georgia Boys and the Redneck Soldiers, you're basically just dissing them right here, right? That is the farthest thing from the truth. First of all, Georgia Boys, Redneck Soldiers, Bubba Sparks, and Moxon Creek, Bottleneck, you know, all these hip-hop artists. Hip-hop is this new thing, and country rap. They're in a whole nother vertical on their own, okay? I have nothing but respect for those guys because they started something different, and they're on their own. No country rap artist or hip-hop artist is trying to be the next Garth Brooks. You know what I mean? So, but I can see how you guys kind of get that freaking mixed up, because you're correlating what pop country sounds like today to them, because they are similar. If you look at some of Florida Georgia Line songs, the whole thing is rap. But Florida Georgia Line is trying to be country. They're trying to be Garth Brooks. They're trying to be that type of shit. And maybe they're not trying to be Garth Brooks, blah, blah, blah. But they are in the same genre as Garth Brooks was way back in the day. But the Georgia Boys, Redneck Soldiers, just these hip-hop artists and things like that, they're not trying to be Garth Brooks and Alan Jackson, George Strait and stuff like that. They're in a whole nother game of their own, okay? And I respect that. They started something new, and they did something, okay? Now, I've listened to country my entire life. I don't listen to rap all that often like those guys do and things like that, but I have nothing against what they do. I'm friends with a lot of those mother truckers, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for all of them because they're doing something new, and they're working at it, and it's working. Now, before I get into anything else, let me say this. Pop country, when you look at guys like Luke Bryan and Florida Georgia Line and people alike, you have them nowadays, and they're big. They're big. You know, Taylor Swift. Look at Taylor Swift. She's not even country anymore, but which is funny because she's always at like the CMA and CMT awards. Look at those types of people. Country music in a whole, Nashville and all these different types of things, they bring those people in and they changed country music a few years back. Because, and this is the gosh dang truth, and if you don't believe what I'm saying right now, you're a silly bitch, okay? This is the truth. This is the God's honest truth. If country music didn't change into what it is now, and it stayed the same from the 90s country with Joe Diffie, Aaron Tippin, and, you know, John Michael Montgomery, Alan Jackson, all these types of people, if it stayed the same, and you had all these guys with mullets and tight Wrangler jeans and cowboy boots, Brooks and Dunn type style characters, country would fall off the face of the map. Now, it would stay around, but it wouldn't be as big as it is nowadays. There wouldn't be that much country, or there wouldn't be that much money in country music anymore if they didn't change with the times, you know what I mean? Now, listen, I know country is not going to go back to the way it used to be, and that's fine, okay? The classics are always going to be there. You can always find them on YouTube and download them. And I got all the country classics on my phone and on my iPod and stuff like that. So that's fine. But let me just get this point across, that pop country is going to be around, and it's going to keep getting more poppy, and it's going to keep getting more like that. Because the majority of people, this new generation, the majority of people nowadays don't want to listen to frickin' Joe Diffie and Alan Jackson and things like that. They want to hear the uppity, bubblegum, poppy pop country that is nowadays. They want to hear frickin' country girl, shake it for me. You know, they want to hear this BS that isn't really, you know, that there's no soul in it. There's no twang anymore. It's just not, You know, it's just not like it used to be. But that's the new generation. The new generation of music is, you know, it's in trouble. You know what I mean? But I mean, I can't really say it's in trouble. It's just not really music anymore. It's not in trouble because they're going to be making millions and billions of dollars on this type of music. But that's just the God's honest truth of it. You know, as much as we can't stand, you know, these different types of you know, music that's coming up with you know, with Florida Georgia Line and Luke Bryan. I keep saying those guys. There's way more, but you know, that's just the way she goes. It's just, and country music has changed probably more than any other genre of music out there. When you have country music in the very beginning, and I suggest you guys go look up a documentary that BBC did called The History of Country Music, I believe it is. Go look that up. It's on YouTube. It's about an hour long, and it basically tells the entire story of country. Country started out with hillbilly music. The music from the hills, the yodeling, and these different things, and then it just swung from there. Then you had guys like George Jones and Dolly Parton, and then you had the outlaw country movement with Willie Whalen, Merle, and Johnny Cash, and Chris Christopherson. And then you had the 80s and 90s country with Joe Diffie, John Michael Montgomery, and Chris Ledoux, and all these other types of people. And then you have, and then you start, hey, get out of there. And then you have the nowadays, you know, type of stuff. And with guys like Blake Shelton. Blake Shelton is one of those guys that made, you know, he was in the 90s country and then kind of switched over to the new poppy style, you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I still do like, you know, there's some Blake hey, you're gonna spill my shit. You're gonna spill my freaking shit. Get out of here. And there's not, you know, I can listen to some Blake Shelton, and I can listen to some Luke Bryan and Florida Georgia Line and blah, blah, blah. You know, if I'm flipping through the radio and country radio's on, I'll listen to that rather than anything else that's on the radio, okay? That's bottom line. Just because they're promoting the lifestyle that I live every single day, and they're still singing songs about that. Although it has, you know, the heartfelt songs that were portrayed by guys like Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson are kind of gone. And the twangy days of George Strait and Joe Diffie and, you know, all these guys, that's also pretty much gone. And listen, I know what the hell I'm talking about. There's a lot of people out there. I get comments on my pictures on Instagram, and man, you should, if you want some entertainment, you go look at the comments on my Instagram profile. That's just pretty funny. Every comment, there's somebody fighting or calling me a freaking you know what or whatever. I get so many comments on, and this is me saying I know what the hell I'm talking about, because I've been listening to country ever since I was a little freaking kid, straight out the womb. That's my entire life. That's the only thing I've listened to. Name a country song, I probably freaking know it. I'm not like most people nowadays that listen to rock, rap, and all these other different types of things. I listen to country. That's pretty much it. That's my entire freaking life is country. So I know what the hell I'm talking about. There's so many people out there that will comment on my videos and comment on my pictures, comment on my posts and say, Outlaw, you're not even country. You don't even know what the hell you're talking about. You're a city boy. You're a yuppie. That's like hilarious to me. And I never say anything back because I know what I truly am. There's so many people out there that just, and most of them are young kids. If they came and lived a day in the life with me, listen, I've never lived in the city of my life. I have lived in the middle of nowhere my entire life. I've listened to country my entire life, and I've lived the country lifestyle my entire life. I didn't just wake up one day and decide, hey, I think country's pretty cool. I'm going to go to frickin' the Bass Pro Shop, pick me up some cowboy boots, and then go to that there frickin' Western store down in the city and get me a cowboy hat, and I'm going to act all country, and I'm going to wear these frickin' fake Wrangler shirts and all this type of shit, and try to be like, you know, these country superstars that I like, and I'm going to get the country girls and all this type of stuff. That's another thing. There are so many people out there that are like that. Most of these mother truckers that are telling, hey, Outlaw, you ain't even frickin' country. Those are the type of mother truckers where their dad taught them how to frickin' hunt, so they think that they're a big hunting prodigy. And then they're the same mother truckers that their dad buys them a beautiful diesel truck, and they go out on the road and they frickin' start banging frickin' Lil Wayne and Drake. I was never given anything. I worked for everything I have, and I still do. I'm 22 years old. I have my own company. I have my own merchandise line. I have my own songs. I have my own fucking ringtones. I got my own house. I got my own dog, property. I live on a 200-acre farm where I got freaking 6 tree stands, turkey blinds, a river to go fishing in, a pond with turtles and fucking catfish filled in them. I got whatever the tits I want out there, and I've worked for all of that. Now, mind you, that's not You know, I don't own that property. I rent on this property. But bottom line is, I'm still freaking young and I'm doing whatever the tits I want to do. Every time I wear face paint in a video, I get, this face paint is ridiculous. Why are you wearing face paint? You're trying too hard to be country. If you don't understand that the fucking face paint that I wear is part of a gosh dang character because I'm a freaking entertainer and that is my job, then you need to go join the Special Olympics. I shouldn't even be addressing the silly bitches that comment these fucking things. But if you are a silly bitch out there and you still don't think, oh, Outlaw's not country, he doesn't even know what he's talking about, come spend a day with me. Come spend a day with me and you'll see. Fucking cunts. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that, you know, because you got guys like Jamie Johnson and Eric Church and Dierks Bentley that you guys probably like, and they're like, well, they're bringing, you know, country back, and, well, it's not like that, okay? They make good music, whatever. I'm just not into most of the shit. I'm a Hank 3 guy. I'm a Scott H. Byram guy, Shooter Jennings guy. I still listen to the old Outlaw shit. I listen to a lot of the 90s shit. I like a lot of Hank 3's early 2000s stuff. You know, Rebel Within and freaking Love Sick and Drifting. And, you know, Hank 3's kind of getting into his whole, you know, like, punk rock stuff, which I don't know anything about that, so I don't really get into that much. But, you know, there's a lot of guys out there that if you guys want to, you know, listen to that type of music, go check out Hank 3, go check out Bob Wayne, go check out Scott H. Byram. These guys are, you know, really talented, and they kind of remind you of like the old Outlaw style of country. I just wanted to clear up that point. Do you think pop country sucks? I know probably there's a lot of girls out there that are probably like, but Luke Bryan's butt! I just love his butt! Alright. There you go. You just answered it for me. So let me know in the comments what you think of pop country. I'm sure you guys are going to be like, but I like frickin' Brantley Gilbert, you know, that's fine. You know, I don't give a shit what you frickin' like. Like whoever the tits you want. But I'm just saying, in my personal opinion, I don't really dig the pop country. But, like I said, it has to be done, or country music would pretty much be gone. And, not for me anyways, but just the silly yuppie bitches that live in this world that, you know, can't frickin' dig a country song because they think, oh, he drives a jack-up truck, he's got a small penis, and all this other type of shit, right? That's the way frickin' the world is going. We're all fucked. Y'all, just wanted to clear that up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. This is the vlog for today. Hey, we're on Live to Thrill, so make sure, no matter what you're doing, always live to thrill. See you tomorrow. Peter, what's up? I love you. I love my dog. I love my dog, yeah.